Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video.
The Iconian forces are imminent. Their gateway technology means that distance has little meaning for them. Once the war begins in earnest, we will be racing to cover too much territory with too few ships. But we cannot fail. To fight a war, we first need a plan. Admiral Quinn has requested your presence at a briefing on Earth's space dock.
Okay, so we're going to accept this one. So, folks, we're going to be playing some more Star Trek Online. This is, I guess, the second episode. I'm just going to transwarp because I don't have the patience to actually wait until we actually navigate there. You can do that, and it basically flies the ship to the location. But before we do get into this episode, I just wanted to thank everyone who has chosen to click on this video and spend the time with me. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this episode. We're going to continue with the Iconian story and we'll see how far we get with that. Hopefully you folks will enjoy this episode. So we're about to start it right now. Let's see what's next and what shenanigans we can get into. The first episode, I can say that I personally enjoyed the story to it. Hopefully it continues to be just as good and engaging. I'm not really sure what's happening here. Oh, things have just popped in.
From Starfleet, the Klingon Defense Force, and the Romulan Republic. We may have been enemies in the past. Now, we must fight as one. May I introduce Captain Cogran? He will coordinate our combined forces against the Iconians and report to the commanders of all three fleets.
Greetings. The Iconians have revealed themselves. War is now inevitable. While the Iconians themselves are few in number, their heralds are numerous and formidable. They are not like the servitors we have fought before. They are far more dangerous. We are already sending strike teams into the sphere the heralds use to access the Iconian gateway network. They will retaliate, and when they do, they will attack our most valuable targets. The gateways allow the heralds to strike anywhere. They can avoid or destroy any obstacle in their path. Therefore, the Alliance has decided to focus on defending key installations. We need time to create a strategy. To that end, let me introduce Captain Tom Paris.
Hello, everyone. Okay, this is what we know about the weaknesses of the Heralds. If we can exploit this, we can...
Uh-oh, it's all going down.
Their goal appears to be New Romulus. The Federation has a starbase nearby. Captain Paris, take your task force and the bulk of the fleet to New Romulus. The rest of you, report to Starbase 234. Right now, that starbase is all that stands between the Heralds and New Romulus. Hold the Heralds there as long as you can. We need time to evacuate civilians and prepare defenses at New Romulus. Today is a good day to die.
Well, I was waiting for the kapla. But hey-ho, guess not. Alright, we go into Red Alert. So obviously with this ship, I mean I can use various types of weapons, but what I've gone for is I use the sides of my ship to attack. So I'm using phaser beams, and they overlap on the side. So basically I can fire with all of my phasers at the same time, doing a lot more damage. Now when I played this on the main character, not long before this obviously, yeah, and so when I played it, it came across as being quite difficult, at least compared to what I knew I could do. I don't know if this is actually increased in difficulty because obviously these guys are supposed to be super strong and everything. It could very well be that case, or it could just be me being a complete noob. And as you can see, whilst I face with one of my broadsides, so to speak, I do need to manage my shields, and I'm being hit from everywhere. Oh yes, this is not looking too good for me. This is coming from someone who always said that they liked space combat, and I'm about to die. Yeah. Yeah, this is the memory I had. There we go. I'm dead. But it's a good game. It's I think I did the first 3 missions, and then I just had this idea of, you know what, let me go and get another character that I know I need to level up, and just do it with the character that I need to level up. Obviously, when I chose this character and kind of looked through his inventory and set him up for the ship and whatnot, I then realized how far behind this character is, so there's also that element to it as well. But I'm still going to persist with it. We're going to play this. I've got quite a few characters that I could do with leveling up. We'll see how we get. I'm not even like that. That's not even a plan for the future, if I'm honest. I'm just going to do this character potentially. There you go. There's a big indicator of what the plans are. But I am really, really tempted to start a fresh character, work our way up, and eventually get the Odyssey class. I'll have them all unlocked because I did buy them a long time ago, and I do really like the Odyssey class. This character had his own specific ship, and so what I mean by that is, in the past it did like little packs and little I don't even know how to, like, promotional things where if you were lucky you could get, say for example, so like for a month or something they ran this box that could drop 2 ships, each having a specific console, but if you mix them, so basically you have to get both ships to get both of them consoles, then you can use them across either ship, and that would make the ship quite powerful, or give it a powerful unique ability just for that ship. Now this character had a ship like that before I moved them onto this particular ship that I'm on for this particular video. So what I would like to do in my mind is, because I do like the Odyssey class ship, I think it looks pretty cool. I think I'm gonna level up another character specifically for the Odyssey class ship, and then give this guy his ship back. I don't remember. I think it was the Vadwar dreadnought that I was on. So yeah, I think that's kind of the plan. And I do like the ship. I also like the bridge of the ship. The bridge of the ship is super beautiful. Hello, we're taking a lot of damage. We're taking a lot of damage. Oh dear. Oh dear. We are taking damage like a champion. Yep, there goes my whole health. 18%. 12, 15. Okay, 14, 10, 7. Oh, ow. And I'm dead. Now, I'm not seeing any debuffs. Okay. Okay. Hold on a bit. Yeah, I'm not seeing any debuffs to indicate that I've taken damage from death. There is a different type of difficulty that you can increase, basically a higher difficulty, so to speak, that you can increase the game to, and deaths become more punishing, so to speak. They don't seem to be too punishing, so obviously this must be on the normal difficulty. But it's still hard. It's still hard. Fun though. Fun. And as always, as I said in the previous episode, we do get these wonderful long loading screens. Thinking about it now, bearing in mind how old the game's engine is, I think it's still doing pretty good. It's holding up pretty good. Yeah, this is a beautiful ship.
Welcome
Love
to
it.
the war. The Romulans are asking for boots on the ground, but we've got more than we can handle up here. There are some weak spots in the Herald lines. If you can punch through to transporter range, you should be able to get a team down there to assist.
Okay, I guess that is what we are going to do. They don't really give us much of a choice. I don't know at this point if I actually want to sit up here and fight these guys, because they hurt. It doesn't mean I'm going to die any less on the ground, though.
Now hurry up. We've got a war to win.
Yeah, so my main character has a, what is called? I'm trying to remember that we're fighting the Iconians. So yeah, I have an Iconian dreadnought carrier on my main character. Beautiful ship. Like it for its ability. Very powerful ship, if I'm honest. And Obviously, I have all the consoles specific to the Iconian ships on it, and so, as I was saying, I don't know, like, initially I wanted to do what I'm doing now on that character and put the Odyssey, get her on the Odyssey class, but then it's like, it's a waste because I've spent so much time and effort and resources in the past trying to get them ships. I don't really want to change that around, but then I chose this character, but then the same thing happened with this character, or, you know, I've got these unique ships, I really want to be using them, so what I'm going to do, you know, the more I think about it, the more I want to get a new character specifically for the Odyssey class ship, specifically for it, and I think, yeah, it's gonna happen. Not sure how soon. I think I would like to try and finish off this story arc on this character, and then after that, or towards the end of this Iconian War story arc, I'll look into making a new character. Yeah, that EMP probe really hurts.
Great work. There's just one more group between you and the planet. Give them hell.
Now, in Star Trek, there are races that have ships that can cloak. I've played with them in the past. They're nice. But I don't know. I guess it was nice at the beginning when
Good luck down
there weren't so many exotic consoles and
there.
abilities.
Pulling your punches.
Alright, let's beam down then. Let's go and help out these people. This is my standard away team. Mostly chosen for their abilities. Again, I'll have to look at training my officers and stuff. Trying to get a good combination of abilities going. A good mix, better said. Acknowledged. And I'm sure there are new gadgets and contraptions and stuff that I'm missing. I mean, I've taken more or less, if you think about it, about a 2-year break from 2, 3, even longer, Jesus Christ. Yeah, a very long break from the game, so I'm sure there's plenty of stuff that I'm missing out. So these guys are the pets of the Iconians, and they take quite a few hits to go down. There we go.
Thank you. Now that the area is secure, we can call in reinforcements. Sub-Commander Zylan is ready to lead a squad to assist you. Should I call them now?
Okay. Oh, hello. We got more friends. Oh, we got a big guy. That guy really hurts. As you can see. I'm going to hide behind this tree. Try and take some cover here. Okay, big AoE incoming. This might be the end of me. Or maybe not. That was lucky. So yeah, we'll be grabbing everything that we can, just like we do in World of Warcraft. We always pick up all the loot. Stuff that we don't need, we break down. We sell. We'll find uses for them. There's a lot of bad guys to fight, if I'm honest. Just looking at all the stuff. I mean, tell you what, to be this skilled of a fighter would be, I don't know. I mean, if you think about it, how many bad guys has my character up to this level? Just up to this level. How many bad guys has he? I don't know how to put this. Disposed of. as in permanently disposed of, yeah, I think his kill record would be quite high. If I only knew where the ruins were. Everything looks the same to me. Maybe between these trees? These look like ruins, sort of. Okay, these guys are dead, so no surprise there. What the heck are these things? I've never seen these before. They don't seem to do any damage. They're just running around. I guess running around, that's all really. So one of the cool things about being a tactical character is I can actually summon in additional troops. And from a mission, I also have the ability to clone myself. So I can actually have, I'd say, overwhelming numbers. I mean, that doesn't always work out to my favor, but it's nice to have those mobilities. And this is one of the things I like about the game. You can actually, once you kind of get an idea of what is in the game, you can actually create your own playstyle within the parameters of the game, of course, but it does allow for that customizability. That was a very difficult word. I had to actually attempt that a second time and actually think about it there for a second. Yo, he's coming towards me. Go away. Oh, big red circle. No. If we know anything from World of Warcraft, big red circles on the ground generally mean bad stuff. And I can't really face tank them because they hurt really badly. These Iconians hurt really badly just in general. I'd really like to move out of that. There we go. Got it. Oh, I thought the game was going to have a little bit of a heart attack here. This is an old game and it can crash. I mean, you can see that obviously the budget of this game probably isn't as great as World of Warcraft, but it's still good enough to keep my attention. Plus, I guess there's also this element of it being part of the Star Trek universe, and I'm a fan of Star Trek. I do like Star Wars, but I would much rather prefer a good old-fashioned Star Trek. What can I say? We'll chuck a nice grenade in their direction. That generally tends to help clear out some stuff. Now, there used to be a thing where if you were crouched whilst firing, you would get increased damage. I wonder if that is still a thing in the game, because then I could use that to my advantage. Another story arc that I actually quite like in the game, and generally in the Star Trek universe, tends to be the Borg story arc. I find that quite fascinating, and they do a good job of it in the game as well. The Borgs are definitely difficult. I'd say that though, even when you fight the Undine, they're quite a pain. Let's go this way. I'm guessing this is the way I need to go. I'm sort of looking at the mini-map and kind of looking for the red triangles, dots, whatever you want to call them, and just going off of that and hoping that I'm going in the right general direction. I think in the past it's always worked for me, so there's no reason for me not to do that now. Also, I do like the reflection of the light. Or no, how do I word this? So when I fire my weapon, obviously the beams are red, and they're red light, but they also shine red on the ground. So I do like that attention to detail. It looks well cool. So like some of these weapons, as you can see, don't really light the ground up, but this weapon that I've got does seem to light it up, which is kind of cool. I like it. You'll see this in a bit when we sort of fight something. Let's do this. And there you go. So now look at other beams and stuff. As you can see, they don't light the ground up. My beams seem to do so. That is well nice. Alright, go away. I'm gonna try and whack you with the weapon. Headbutt you. Headbutt you. Jeez. Headbutt you? No, not headbutt. But, oh, Jesus. My English is broken. I'm sorry. It is late. Yeah. Why did I say that? It's just... okay, that never happened, okay? Oops, I just knocked something over my desk. Sorry. Just being a bit clumsy right now. Alright, we've got some loot here. Now, interestingly, much like World of Warcraft, the loot tends to be most often awful. You don't really get good loot. Right, I think this is where, yeah, this seems to be the area that we needed to come to. So we're here, we're fighting all the bad stuff until the game decides we fought long enough. Plenty of shields to take cover basically behind. So yeah, we might as well take advantage of that.
Reinforcements are on their way.
There's a gateway opening to the north.
Okay, I'm guessing that's north. Yep, that's fine. We'll just pepper them with these red pellets. Okay, oh, yep, gateways this way.
Gateway opening to the east.
Oh no, I'm not going to be able to dodge that in time. Oh, maybe I did. Hey. I didn't want to interrupt that ability, so... and I move very slow when I'm firing like that. I'm going to just move. There we go. We don't really want to be stood in front of that because it generally tends to hurt. Oh, north again. Alright, well, let me just go and loot these first. There's a lot of bad stuff to fight here. I guess they're trying to illustrate how many of these guys there are and how dangerous they can be. And I'm definitely getting that feeling. So they did a good job within the game's mechanics of creating this sensation of danger. And, you know, overwhelming numbers on the enemy side. Because it just feels like they just keep coming. And from what I've played, so the first 3 episodes that I've kind of tested out. First 3 missions that I've tested out before I started recording. It does do a good job of creating this feeling of being overwhelmed at all times. Gonna have to dodge that. I managed to dodge it just in time. Okay.
Shall I call in for our next objective?
Yes, please. It's about time. Right. I'm trying to remember what happened. See, so when I played it, I didn't actually register what was happening so much. Hurrah! We have the ruins. Look at the excitement on their faces. Uh-oh.
Quick, this way.
This is bad. Yeah, so you can see a few little visual things. Like, I was wielding a two-handed weapon and a pistol. Dual wielding. Hey, hey. Well, that's not a thing in the game, but yeah, it was for a second here. Okay, I kind of remember what goes on here. And I just look at the floor. How beautiful is that?
New Romulus is reporting heavy casualties. What happened down there?
I can tell you what happened.
Sensors are
We
picking
got
up some
overwhelmed.
unusual power emanations from the surface. Be careful.
Hey, no. Go away. That's it. You focus on some of my teammates. No, not on me. Okay, well, he's dead. Yeah, I can't quite tell there if from this range I was actually damaging any of those Herald thralls. I couldn't see any numbers popping out, so I'm gonna make the assumption that I did, but I'm not really sure. Harbinger. Hey, hey. Hey there, Harbinger. No, this guy is a tough cookie. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get rid of his ads for a start and then just have him to deal with. Otherwise it's too much in terms of environmental hazards to deal with, which hurt really badly. Gotta avoid the circles on the ground. They're not friendly. Oh, that was close. Oh, this is a big circle I'm in. I'm going to get... Ooh. I thought I was going to die there for a second. Stop looking at me. Look at my teammates, you know. Yeah. And yeah, there I am on the floor. Let's try and call for help. Maybe one of my... what do you call these? They're not squad mates because they're not really players. Maybe one of my crewmen can get me up. Well, they should be able to. Now I need to go and get get one of my crewmen up. There's a lot of damage going on. Right, I see where you are. Let's get you up. So obviously we want to keep the numbers up here, because otherwise, yeah, we're gonna get overwhelmed. Let this one roll out. Let's try and find the other person that we need to get up right here. Keep them up at all times. We've got some security people coming in to help us. I mean, so far so good. I have died, but it's not been a wipe. I'm trying to throw at it everything that I know does damage. Okay, gonna need to shift. I don't know if you heard that, and if you did, that was just my watch telling me it's time to be active again. So yeah, I think one of the things, following everything that's happened, I'm going to try and keep a bit of a healthier lifestyle. So it's just basically reminding me, hey, get up, move about. But we did do good in this fight, so I'm very pleased with it. The last time I did this, which wasn't that long ago, I died quite a few times. And when I say I died, it wasn't just me. I mean, I wiped quite a few times on this fight. So I did a lot better there. Obviously learned from that fight to stay out of pretty much everything. And what I tried to do in the previous fight was I was trying to fight him on the bridge, which is really not where you want to do that, because it's a very narrow space. As you can see, there's a lot of, well, as you saw in this fight, there was a lot of environmental hazards, or yeah, hazards basically that he puts on the ground. So didn't really leave a lot of space for me to maneuver around. So yeah, I think the best way of fighting this guy is just out in the open.
I'm a little busy here. What do you need? Acknowledged. Wouldn't want to miss the party. I'll get every ship with an operational warp drive headed that way as soon as New Romulus is secure.
Alright, excellent. Excelente. I guess we go through the gate. Okay. I'm definitely starting to feel a bit tired now. And see, this is what I meant in the previous episode. I don't have the energy to play much longer than 40 minutes, 40, 50 minutes. Yeah. That's why I went so quiet. I wasn't even thinking. I wasn't even in the process of thinking about stuff. I just basically zoned out for a second there. Radio.
Iconians, I am not programmed for this line of inquiry. Would you like me to wake one of my creators? You can ask her all the questions you wish.
Okay. Yeah, please do.
Greetings, my child. Long have I slumbered. Why have you roused me now? Ah, the Iconians.
Firstly, how do you know how long you've slumbered for?
And for a time, the most troublesome. They were different once, brighter. But our other children grew jealous of their gifts and chafed against their rule. The war changed them more than they could understand. I will help you, my child.
Firstly, I thought you were a her. You probably still are a her.
Sense her approach.
But your voice is very
Our
deep.
daughter, Matara, comes. She is first among equals, and her rage is terrible to behold. Go. I will retrieve what you seek, if it is not already too late.
Okay, another fight with the Iconians. Just what we needed. Yeah, that didn't really sound very feminine, but hey, who am I to say? And, just as a curiosity thing, like, I mean, why preservers? You know, I've got basically many questions around the preservers. As far as I understand it, and do correct me if anybody knows the answer to this, or if I'm saying things wrong here, but they're meant to be like a race before all races, and they have something to do with all the races being here, kind of thing. But I don't really like that idea, if I'm honest. Yeah, this is the end of me. Yeah, my crewmate's gonna die here. Then the only chance we have, or option really, is respawn. That kind of caught me off guard a bit. Although I knew it was happening, this guy really does hurt. This big guy really hurts. But yeah, I'm not sure if it... I mean, I know that in the past, or at the beginning of the... or in the early years of the galaxy, that sounds better, right? So start it this way. In the early years of the galaxy, the preservers apparently had something to do with evolution and life on certain planets. But then they kind of went into like a stasis type of thing. Personally speaking, I'm not a fan of that concept as a story. But it is part of the lore, especially the STO lore, so we're just going to have to go with it. And for something that's supposed to be super, super amazing, I don't really feel that amazing. Just saying.
Then make a different choice, my daughter.
So so there you go. For something that's kind of like the father of life in the galaxy, supposed to be super intelligent and all that, kind of weak. The Iconians feel a bit more suited for that role in that sort of a story. Although, as I said, I don't personally agree with it. It's just something I wish wasn't focused on in general. I don't like it. It's... I don't know.
But the heralds are here, and
It's
they
just...
do not look happy. If you're done down there, can you beam back to your ship and give us a hand?
Yeah, it's basically the religious, in my opinion, right? This is just my opinion. It's just basically the religious Adam and Eve, and then, you know, spreads life throughout the planets of the galaxy kind of thing. And I don't know. I don't feel it. The galaxy is a large place. And if they're going to do that, they're going to have to be super, super advanced. And they did not feel that advanced. If anything, the Iconians feel more advanced than the Preservers, in my opinion.
More herald ships. These guys just won't give up.
No, so far so good. We are taking these Iconian ships down. They do look pretty though. I really like the way they look.
The fleet is 1 minute out. Keep fighting.
Well, I don't really have much of a choice.
Where are the heralds getting
Gonna
on
have
these
to keep
ships?
on fighting.
More inbound.
Okay, well, it seems like we get a bit of respite here. Maybe not. It's right behind us. Those EMP probes really hurt, by the way. They really hurt. And what is interesting is these heralds, the Iconians, so to speak, have this ability to take out systems of the ship. So, yeah, basically they can target your weapon subsystems, meaning they won't fire, or energy subsystems, which will have some effect somewhere, making quite a bit of a difference in terms of combat. At least that's what it feels like. So, in terms of the combat for this particular story, it does feel quite difficult. I'm sure there's ways around it, and I'm sure you can do this without being a noob like I am and dying and taking all this heavy beating. But hey, I'm a noob. I play this very casually, especially nowadays. There was a time when I used to enjoy doing these missions on the maximum difficulty just for the added challenge. Sadly, it's not now. I used to be a lot more, what's the word, fluent, that's the word. A lot more fluent in my attacks. I kind of was able to create a strategy, follow it through, and yeah, I made use of a lot of exotic abilities. I'm sure there's ways of doing it without using those, and probably more DPS efficient, but I like the exotic abilities, always have. So I always work them into my ships. Alright, I'm gonna have to deal with this because it's doing so much damage. I'm trying to get away from here. Oh my god, we're taking so much damage. That thing's just melting my shields. Ooh. And that hurt quite a bit. Try and hide and teleport closer to these battleships. And that might have been a vibration from my phone, which is actually, and shouldn't be, this close to my microphone, so I apologize for that. I only have it this close because I do take a cheeky look at it just to see the time, so I know when I started recording, and basically keep track of time that way. Shouldn't really be doing that. I don't tend to normally do that, so my apologies for that if you did hear it. Uh-oh. This is bad. Beautiful ship, but beautiful ship does bad things. Uh-oh. Well, what about a planet? Oh, all that destruction and damage. Well, we're gonna have to walk to the Romulan flotilla, and I kind of guess that this will be the end of this. We've lost this particular fight, might as well retreat. And with that said, I guess this will be the end of the episode. So before we do finish anything off,
Today is
I don't know if there's a cutscene here or not. Yeah, there is.
Starbase 234 is lost. The Iconians destroyed the gateway on New Romulus. Our fleet was defeated, and in one day we lost a quarter of our ships. The preservers are gone, and with them goes our hope of understanding the Iconians. Although the Iconians have withdrawn from New Romulus, they can attack anywhere, at any time. To be blunt, this may not be a war we can win, but we will make the Iconians pay dearly for their victory. We will continue to fight, to save what we can, to win where we can. And we will fight until the last one of us falls.
Brave words. But yes, that brings us to the end of this episode. I actually really enjoy this story. And with this being the second episode, as I said in my previous episode, I'm getting closer to actually considering very seriously starting a new character and doing a full playthrough of the Starfleet storyline. Because, yeah, a lot of things have changed, and I'm liking what I'm seeing, and I definitely want to adjust to the change, and I think that is the best way of doing it, just to experience the story all over again. It definitely seems quite different to what I left it as. I'm just going to pick one of these random things. Not really sure if I need anything at this moment in time. But yes, I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you all so very much for choosing to spend your time with me. I really do appreciate it. And as always, until next time, stay safe, folks.
The war. Congratulations.